The railroad didn't just change how America moved, it changed how America ate. Picture this: you're crossing the endless prairie in the 1880s, the windows rattling, the horizon glowing orange. And then, a waiter in white gloves sets down broiled fish drizzled with lemon butter on a moving train, oysters on ice, roast duck with orange glaze, fresh strawberries in winter. These weren't just meals. They were miracles, cooked in swaying kitchens with no refrigeration, plated on fine china as the landscape thundered past. Behind every dish stood a story of innovation, grit, and impossible timing, pulled off by chefs who turned motion into art. Today, we re-uncovering the 25 forgotten meals that turned 19th century railroad dining cars into five-star restaurants on wheels, and the secrets behind how they pulled it off will leave you hungry for more. 1. Broiled filet of sole with lemon butter and green beans fish, hundreds of miles from the nearest ocean. Yet here it was, golden, delicate, drizzled with lemon butter, green beans snapping fresh beside it. Chefs packed barrels of ice shipped inland from the coast just to make this happen. They fought heat, motion, and time, and somehow delivered seafood perfection at 40 miles an hour. It wasn't just dinner, it was proof that America could do the impossible, and serve it on porcelain. 2. Roast prime rib with Yorkshire pudding and horseradish. Now imagine the dining car glowing under gas lamps. The smell of roasted beef filled the air, juices shimmering, Yorkshire pudding rising proud beside it. In a kitchen smaller than a closet, chefs roasted for hours, timing each step to the train's rhythm. A 100-plate meal today, included with your first-class ticket then. Every bite whispered the same message: luxury could travel. 3. Tenderloin, steak with mushrooms and creamed spinach. The sound of searing beef drowned out the wheels on the tracks. Tenderloin, aged, iced, then seared to perfection, served with buttery spinach and sautéed mushrooms. Each dish was balance and bravery. A moving kitchen, no margin for error, yet every plate flawless. The railroad wasn't just transporting people, it was transporting ambition. 4. Poached salmon in white wine sauce with asparagus. Pink salmon, white wine, bright green asparagus. A plate that looked like Europe, rolling through Kansas. Salmon had to survive the journey from the coast on melting ice. Asparagus was plucked from farms along the route that very morning. Each dish was a handshake between speed and skill. 5. Chicken fricassee with peas, carrots, and mashed potatoes, comfort on wheels. Creamy sauce, sweet peas, buttery mash, the taste of home while the world blurred outside the window. But simplicity is never simple. Every swirl of that sauce was a victory over motion. Every spoonful, a reminder of home for passengers chasing new lives westward. Eggs. Roast turkey breast with cranberry chutney and sweet potatoes. Thanksgiving on the rails. Golden turkey, tangy cranberry, and buttery potatoes. A celebration 2,000 miles from any family table. Each dish said, "You belong somewhere, even here." And that's what the railroad sold. Connection. 7. Honey glazed ham with scalloped potatoes. Honey dripping, clove-spiced steam rising. The clatter of silverware against porcelain. In today's money, a $65 dish. Back then, just another night's dinner. Because railroads weren't just tracks, they were theater. 8. Roast pork loin with apple compote and Brussels sprouts. Sweet meets savory. Tender pork with tart apples and caramelized sprouts. Every plate felt like autumn, like a season served on china. For passengers far from home, it was memory in edible form. 9. Fried oysters and French fries with tartar sauce, salt, and crunch. The ocean, reborn in the middle of Nebraska. Each fried oyster was a miracle of timing. 1 second too long, and perfection was gone. 10. grilled lamb chops with mint jelly and roasted potatoes, charred meat, fresh herbs, crisped potatoes, the sound of forks, the hum of steel, the scent of rosemary. For a moment, travelers forgot the distance. They were home again. 11. Deviled crab croquettes with lemon aioli. Golden crisp outside, ocean inside. Each croquette told of coastal towns that sent their flavor inland, proof that no distance could dull a chef USS Pride. 12. Macaroni with cream and parmesan. Comfort disguised as elegance. Steam filled the car, laughter filled the air. A reminder that even pioneers longed for softness between the storms. 13. Apple pie a la mode. Warm cinnamon, melting vanilla, the final bow of the American dream on a plate. Every slice said, "You've made it this far. Keep going." 14. Buttered cornbread with maple drizzle. Sweet, crumbly, golden, the hum of the South echoing through the rails. It wasn't fine dining, it was memory, disguised as dessert. 15. Scrambled eggs with cream and caviar luxury before sunrise. Steel wheels below, velvet taste above. Proof that even travelers could feel royal before the day began. 16. Onion soup gratiné. The scent of caramelized onions and toasted bread filled the narrow car. Every spoonful a balm for the weary, a hug steaming in porcelain. 17. Fried quail with trail gravy. Tiny birds, big courage. Gamey flavor kissed by flour and fire, the wild tamed for first-class plates. 18. Carrot soufflé with nutmeg cream. Delicate, orange, impossible. The car swayed, but the soufflé never fell. Discipline made edible. 19. Baked oysters. Rockefeller spinach. Cream. Crumbs. Perfection. A New Orleans luxury racing through the plains. A symbol that no culture stayed still. 20. Country ham with red-eye gravy and biscuits. Coffee in the gravy. Salt in the air. It tasted like the South and smelled like sunrise, a breakfast that belonged to every working man and every dreamer. 21. Baked beans with salt pork and molasses. Sweet smoke curling up from tin plates, a tribute to simplicity done right. Sometimes the humblest meals carry the loudest pride. 22. Lemon, custard, and tea biscuits. Light, fragrant, polite, the calm between journeys. Passengers lingered, savoring silence and sugar. 23. Beef bourguignon with red wine reduction. Imported sophistication, a dish born in France, reborn in a moving car in Nebraska. It whispered that progress had a palate. 24. Grape gelée and angel cake. Delicate, jiggling, sweet. Proof that even jelly could travel first class. Each wobble a tiny rebellion against the rails. 25. Ice cream with seasonal berries. No refrigeration, no forgiveness, and yet cold as snow. They packed ice from the north, wrapped it in sawdust, guarded it like gold. Because for one moment, passengers deserved magic. Final reflection. The miracle of motion. Each dish, whether beans or beef bourguignon, was a promise that America would not only move forward, but taste good doing it. The railroad didn't just connect towns. It connected flavors, cultures, dreams, and the chefs who worked behind those swaying curtains. They were pioneers too, artists who painted with heat and steam. So next time you see tracks stretching into the distance, remember, they once carried not just passengers, but poetry on plates. If this story made you hungry for the past, like, share, and subscribe to Power of History for more hidden American stories served fresh every week. Because sometimes the flavors we've forgotten tell us who we really were.